41.04?
Mr. Chair, Kong Luistro, dito po hindi namin wala kaming data na nadala po, but we can come up with that computation po.
Perhaps we can ask
Yes, po.
your technical staff in the office, and before we conclude with our hearing today, Mr. Lemshaco, you will be able to present to us the computation that you did to be able to come up with that 41.04. Pakibalik po yung first slide. Because only if nasusunod natin itong presentation being shared by PhilHealth with respect to all hospital claims, these are acceptable. 41.04 number of days, 22.7 number of days, 43.8 number of days, 47.5 number of days, 32.4 number of days, 34 and 23, all within the 60 number of days, which is mandated under your charter, correct? Is this correct, Mr. Limshaco?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So if
Honorable Luistro.
only this presentation is being followed really by PhilHealth with respect to all claims, I don't think we will be encountering this 59.6 billion unpaid claims.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, before Mr.
Before I recognize Mandy, the chair would like to recognize the Honorable David J.J. Suarez, Deputy Speaker from the 2nd District of Quezon. The chair would like to recognize also the Honorable Vice Chairperson Romeo Acop from the 2nd District of Antipolo City. Please continue.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, yes, pardon me, Mr.
Yes.
Chair. Just
With
before we
indulgence
allow-
of
Yeah, with the indulgence of Kong
Chair
Jiki,
would like to
pasensya na po.
recognize
Gusto ko lang
Congressman
po
Sia.
maintindihan before we go to another slides, no? Pakibalik lang po yung first slide para we are on the same wavelength, no? Diyan sa baba, pasensya na po sabi niyo po that corresponds to the number of days. My question is, bakit merong 0.79? What's 79 and what 04, what 53 represent? Is it hours? 32.44. 34.20. Yeah. Sige po.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Adjong, again, yung calculation po natin dito, kailan po na-receive ng PhilHealth and kailan po na-issue ng cheque ng PhilHealth. Now, ibig sabihin, lahat ng mga claims na yan, kinukuha natin yung number of days and tinototal po, divide by the number of claims po to, and then we can get that 41.04, meaning kasama po siya sa calculation natin na talagang may butal po na lumalabas po.
Yung butal kasi in terms of days, this is not an amount to be paid, this is number of days, no? Yung question ko po, yung sabi ni Kong Jinky, kasi gusto natin maintindihan talaga sa mga tao, what does the decimal point represent? Is it number of hours? If 41 is the number of days, what is decimal point represent? Is it hours?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Adjong, meaning that butal po, that will represent a fraction of a day, meaning convert into hour po, pwede rin po natin siya ganun mangyayari po. So, kumbaga, nasa stamp po tayo ng pag-receive ng PhilHealth because automated na po to, and nakikita din po niya yung kailan na-issuean ng cheque po, and then add up and divide based on the number of claims processed on that day. Again po, on that year, I mean. Again po, this slide po, kung makikita nyo po, national good that, meaning these are good claims. Meaning, ibig sabihin nito, yung mga claims na pumapasok po sa PhilHealth na talagang quality niya ay mataas, ibig sabihin free of defects na siya kumaga, na through and through yung processing ng PhilHealth ng pag-process and pagbabayad po, Mr. Chair, Kong Adjong.
I just want to make a comment to what
Ma'am,
you said.
Ma'am, sorry. Can I address first so we don't get too far? Is it okay, ma'am?
With all due respect, Mr. Ledesma, this has something to do with his earlier manifestation. If you are saying that those decimal numbers represent the fraction of day, then I wish to believe that they represent hour. Do you agree?
Yes po naman. Yes po, kung Honorable Luestro po.
Thank you.
Maraming
Mr.
salamat.
Chair,
Yeah.
Mr. Ledesma wish to manifest something.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Can I proceed, Mr. Chair?
Please proceed,
Yeah. Thank
PC
you.
Omandi.
Mr. Chair, actually, I think one of the reasons, kasi ang gaganda ng mga questioning, no, it's all very excellent, no. But I think why maybe the committee, it's a little misleading yet, because I want to highlight the slide Sernet showed is good claims, no. And the issue, I think what we're trying to discuss, Mr. Chair, is the 59.8 billion. Marami po dyan kasi is what's called denied in RTH, no? And actually, that will be explained in our next slide, no? So, I think, ma'am, medyo, it's a little confusing because, like you were saying kasi, ma'am, if with that amount of days, very good yan. Pero, I want to highlight, ma'am, good claims po yon. Yung 59.8, majority of that are anyway, Sernet will elaborate more, no? Are what's called RTH, return to hospital, and denied claims, which don't fall under good claims po. Kaya doon medyo may konting, yes po.
I understand, Mr. Ledesma. However, if our intention is to make the presentation chronological, I think you should have started your presentation with the total claims, including both the good and the bad claims. And then
We'll
you
do that, ma'am.
separate the good and the bad.
We will do that. Understood, ma'am. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chair.
Mr. Chair, permission, Mr. Chair, that we will be showing
Yes,
our slide, Mr. Chair.
but before you proceed with your presentation, may I know, ang sinasabi po ni Congressman Luistro na 29 billion, yun po yung nabayaran natin.
Mr. Chair, the
Tama
one
ba?
mentioned
Parang
59.6.
59.8 ata, Mr. Chair.
Hindi, yung sinasabi niya yung unpaid 59
59.6.
Tama ba?
Oo.
Unpaid Yung pinakikita ninyo,
59.6 billion unpaid.
So yung pinakikita po ninyo, magkakano po yun? Yung,
Mi-
yung nabayaran ninyo ng 23 days, ilan po yun?
Mr. Chair, sa
29?
presentation makita po natin dito po.
Okay, sige.
Kung magkanong amount po dyan for year 2024 po.
Okay, sige, please.
Initially po, before inaayos nila po yung ating slide, that 59.6 billion, Mr. Chair, as discussed in our previous hearing, ay denied and returned to hospital claims. So, 37.1 billion are denied claims. When we say denied, talagang may reason tayo. And we will be showing that one, Mr. Chair. And 22.5 billion representing return to hospital. Ito ay for compliance, kulang mga dokumento. Of course, meron din tayong presentation slide. Ano yung mga rason po nito? So meaning, these are claims already in the hospital, binalik po ng PhilHealth. Kumbaga, because these are denied, these are returned to hospital. Mr. Chair, let me proceed to my presentation already. This one is the claims processing flow of good claims, Mr. Chair. So, hospital or health facility submitting claims to PhilHealth to our regional office, and I would like to highlight, Mr. Chair, that we are using the e-claims already, meaning automated po yung submission of claims to PhilHealth. And it will pass through the medical prepayment review, adjudication review, payment preparation, and auto-credit payment to Land Bank, Mr. Chair. Now, as mentioned, in the year 2024, our processing time for the good claims is 23.35. And we have the definition of what is a good claim, what is a paid claim, and we have the turnaround time, Mr. Chair. Next slide, please. Of course, there are some instances, Mr. Chair, that there are defects in the claims submitted to us, Mr. Chair. So, pag adjudication, nakikita na may kakulangan, so return to hospital, and talagang pag hindi siya sumunod sa palisiya, bigger, kumbaga, ang kanyang defects to the return to hospital claims, i-denied siya kaagad. So, Mr. Chair, binabalik po natin sa hospital for them to comply relative to the return to hospital claims na maproprocess nila, makompleto nila, Mr. Chair, yung mga requirement ng PhilHealth. And on the part naman po ng denied claims, they can submit naman ng motion of reconsideration for PhilHealth to process that one and then i-review if pumasa na okay na yung claims batay sa requirement ng ating mga adjudicator at the regional office, ay ibabalik siya sa claims processing po natin para mababayaran. Pag hindi po, yung ating CRC at the regional office, pag hindi po siya pumasok o hindi siya inalaw, ibalik sa hospital, and our hospital or health facilities, pwede po sila mag-appeal at our protest appeal review department. And if it will be allowed, ibalik sa hospital and ma-file sa regional office po natin, it will be processed and paid. Pero pag hindi po siya pumasok sa quality o sa qualification ng PhilHealth, talagang final denied na po yung claims na ito. So yun po yung proseso po natin. Next slide po. Sa next slide po, makikita na po natin dito yung availment and
If
utilization.
I may interrupt,
Yes,
Mr.
po.
Limshaco, so just so we don't get lost, you mentioned about denial of claims.
Opo.
Can you please give us a quick rundown? Ano bang nagiging cause ng denial of claims?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, mayroon po tayo reason po dito sa slide po natin.
The succeeding slide.
Mga succeeding slides po.
Alright.
Maraming salamat po. In this slide, Mr. Chair, this is the processing po ng PhilHealth for the past year 2017 hanggang sa 2024 po. And makikita po natin that average of 93-94% po of claims received by PhilHealth nababayaran po natin. Year 2024, mababa lang po siya sa 85% because ito po ay yung claims ng November and December na babayaran, pinaprocess po ng PhilHealth sa January. Ganun po ang scenario po natin. So meaning, 94% of the claims makikita po natin talagang nababayaran po na binayaran ng PhilHealth sa ating mga health facilities po. Yun ang ibig sabihin nito po. Next slide please.
And Mr. Limshaco,
Yes po.
since ang ganda nung average ng payment of claims mo, I just wish to be clarified. Ito bang 59.6 billion unpaid? What year does this represent?
Yes po ma'am. Mr. Chair, it will be shown on the next slide po.
All
Meron
the
pa po.
answers are on the next slide.
Yes po. Nandyan
Thank
po
you.
siya. Bilisan ko lang ng konti po para more or less maabot natin yung slide na yun po. Next slide please. Ito naman po ay national din po yung datos natin, 2017 to 2024, of claims po na binayaran ng PhilHealth on that particular year. No? So 2017, 102 billion pesos. And of course, makikita po natin na tumaas siya ng 146 billion in the year 2024. These are claims received in 2024 and paid in the year 2024 po. So tumaas na po siya dahil sa ating 30% na increase that was implemented by the corporation in February 2024 po. Next slide please. Ito naman po yung claims lang po ng 2024 po natin, received in process, meaning 85% of the claims bayad na po tayo, and in process po ay 9.3%, representing 19.9 billion. And we have that RTH of 2% and denied of 3.3%, Mr. Chair. So meaning, again, as I mentioned, 85% of the claims received in the year 2024, nabayaran po in the year 2024, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro. Next slide, please. Ito po yung ang figure as mentioned kanina po na 59.6 ay 2018 to 2024 po siya. Pero ito po yung slide po natin, dahil meron na kaming available slides na 2017, in-add up na po namin dito. And ito po yung status of the claims po. We receive a total of 101 million claims from 2017 to 2024. Meaning, in the year 2024, we have 16 million claims po. And out of that 16 million claims, 176 million ay ang katumbas na pera ng claims po na yan. Now, out of that 16 million, 13.7 million or 85% na bayaran po as presented a while ago, 146 billion po siya, yung amount, money value of that 13.7 claims. Now, on the next sa ilalim po, that is the RTH po natin. Kung makikita po natin, isama po yung 2017, that's 2.1 billion po, million claims po na return to hospital, representing 23.5 billion pesos. Again, ito po yung claims na binalik ng PhilHealth sa hospital for them to process, to comply, in ibalik dapat sa PhilHealth. Now, that represents 2% po of the total. Now, we have the denied. Ito naman po yung mga claims na talagang outright dininay na po ng korporasyon. But of course, again, they have still the chance to request for appeal. May proseso din po tayo sa pag-appeal po nito. So that's 3.8 million pesos. That's 39.8 million pesos. So ito po yung 23.5 at saka yung 39.8. Again, 2018 to 2024 po yung 59.6 billion natin. Now, dinagdag natin, again, may available kaming slide po na to para mapresenta po natin dito na isama namin po yung 2017, kaya po yung total na yan. Meaning, yung dalawa ng account po na ito, the RTS and denied, nasa hospital po to, hindi po siya considered namin na utang dahil po yung claims ay nasa kanila po. Ang aming kinoconsidered na utang po dito, ito yung in process. Meaning, we received that one, but pagdating ng December 31, 2024, naabutan po kami ng cut-off date and nasa position po ng korporasyon yung claims na ito and umaabot po siya ng 19.9 billion sa year 2024. And kung kukunin pa po natin, may mga previous years pa na mga maliliit po na claims ay umabot siya ng 22 billion, Mr. Chair. Again, bulto ito or more than 99%, 98% of the claims nasa in process po ng PhilHealth ay nasa 2024 po. And for the information of everyone, Mr. Chair, marami po na-receive si PCO Ledesma na letter of commendation, including the PHA, dahil na-experiensyahan po nila, obserbahan po nila ang bilis ng pagbayad ng claims under sa leadership ni PCO Ledesma, Mr. Chair. Next slide, please.
Mr. Limsiaco, before you proceed to your presentation,
Yes po, ma'am.
I'm not a number person. So, the data you are presenting, the table below, are they representing also data from 2017 to 2024?
Mr. Chair, yes po, Honorable Loistro.
I believe that these are the data which are responsive to my question. The question, what year does 59.6 billion represent?
Yes po.
However, I could not tally the amount. Can you please illustrate to us where is 59.6 billion in your data below?
Yes po. As I mentioned kanina, Mr. Chair, Honorable Loistro, that 59.6 billion representing 2018 to 2024. 2018 to 2024 po na RTS.
Can you please cite the amount?
Kung sa 2018 to 2024, ang ating denied ay nasa 37.1 billion. Again, Mr. Chair, naisama namin yung 2017 po dito. That's the reason why naging 39.8 po siya. Now, ang sa RTS naman po, ang figure po natin sa RTS ng 2018 to 2024 ay 22.5 billion. Ang dito po ay nasa 23.5 because naisama po yung 2017, year 2017
Mr.
po.
Limsiaco, paano mo kaya palalabasin yung 59.6 billion from those figures? I tried adding
Miss-
the totals of RTH, denied and in process, remove in process, or remove RTH and denied. Still, they do not tally with 59.6 billion. And this figure is indicated in your audited financial statement. So please illustrate to us.
Mr.
Nasaan
Chair,
po dyan yung 59.6 billion?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, ang 59.6 billion again composed of RTH and denied minus the year 2017. So kay 2018 to 2024 po yung datos po natin na ibigay last time. Kaya nagtotal lang siya ng 59.6 billion, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Limsiaco, kanina po tinanong ko kayo if the data below likewise represent the data for 2017 to 2024, similar to the table above. Sabi niyo po, yes.
Yes po.
You still
Ah,
confirm that?
Yes po. Kukunin lang po natin ang 2017 po. Kung titingnan po natin sa RTS po, may 119,000 po. Kung kukunin natin ang 2017
Wait, where's
po,
119,000?
RTS column po, Mr. Chair.
RTH?
Opo. Yung column po na yan, na 2017 po, kung tatanggalin po natin yan, ay 2018.
Sandali po, Mr. Limshaco. Help us understand. Gusto ko po makita itong 59.6 billion because this amount is indicated in your audited financial statement. We are now discussing return to hospital, denied and in process. I believe that this should be reconciled to the data which are being presented right now.
Mr. Chair, Mr. Chair.
Yes, PC Omandi.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I think there's a slight confusion, no, if I can clarify, no. Yes, Sir Net mentioned that the 59.8 is in the data, no. But ma'am, I think we should be clear that the 59.8 is from 2018 to 2024. The data in the screen includes 2017, ma'am. So, yes, it is correct. The data is all there. Pero ma'am, para hindi nakakalito, kailangan bawasan yung 2017. Dahil 2018 to 2024 lang po. Kaya atap po kayo nalilito kasi pati yung 2017 nadagdagan nyo po. No? Just wanted to
So-
clarify that po. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Are you referring to the total amount of RTH, total amount of denied? Ganun po ba yun?
Mr. Chair, kung Nuestro, tama po, ma'am. So that 59.6...
So which amount should I deduct from the total of 23 billion and the total of 39 billion to come up with 59.6 billion?
Mr. Chair, interjection, most respectfully.
Yes, Congressman Gutierrez.
Mr. Chair, just to clarify po, I think I understand the point ni Congresswoman Luistro and also the point of Senior Vice President Limshaco. So you're saying ito 2017 to 2024.
Yes po.
However, the cited data is 2018, but to 2024 also. Yes. But I agree po siguro po kasi if we take a look at the chart again, please, the table. So I think the tallying would be you get the total of yung denied plus yung total of the RTH, deduct 2017 RTH and deduct 2017 denied. Tama po. So if you'd follow that, 23 billion 521,711,694 na total RTH plus the denied of 39,871,703,000 minus yung sa 2017 for the denied, which is 2,447,728. 447,728,348 minus also for 2017 na RTH 897,558,734. Tama po ba that would be the formula to deduct 2017? The total is still 60 billion po. It's close to 59.8 but you have to understand, pag hindi po nagtatali, it does not inspire confidence in the numbers po, no?
Mr. Chair, Kong Gutierrez, tama po, because again, as I mentioned, this data po, ang extraction date ay iba po siya, but nevertheless, pareho po yung prinsipyo po ng data po nito. Meaning, that 59.6 billion po natin, composed of RTS and composed of denied po. Now, magka-diferensya po siya ng konti na lang immaterial insignificant na po siya. But the composition
I'm
of...
sorry, I refuse to accept that that is immaterial and insignificant. When you're presenting numbers, we assume them to be accurate.
Mr. Chair, I can give you the figure, Mr. Chair, in one table that represents already the 59.6 as presented in the
I think
previous
that would be
meeting.
better because that was the point of the the good congresswoman from Batangas. She wanted a breakdown. Bakit? It took us, when we finally looked at the table, ngayon nyo lang po linalabas. I hope you understand the frustration po, no? I mean, we can't call this insignificant. When there is kahit minor differences po, it does not inspire confidence in the data presented to this committee.
Duly noted on your comment, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair.
Just for the information of the committee, the exact amount showed in our report is 59.6 billion and not 59.8 billion. So if the Honorable Gutierrez was able to compute the total unpaid to 60 billion, then there's a difference of like 400 million.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, tama po, as I presented kanina, I provided you with the details of that 59.6 already as presented in the previous hearing. And then our data here ay na-ready po natin for presentation composed of 2017 to 2024 po. So more or less the composition again of 59.6 ay returned to hospital and denied claims po siya. So meaning if looking into the definition of is this payable of PhilHealth to the hospital, again the figure presented a while ago, the in-process claims, these are claims that we considered as talagang utang ng PhilHealth, meaning these are claims received by PhilHealth under process and it will be paid once it will complete the process of the claims processing and of course preparation of the check, Mr. Chair. Again, 19 billion out of that 22 billion ay coming from year 2024 and November, December claims po ito. Ang majority of this one ay November and December claims, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Can you please state once more which part are you acknowledging as unpaid or obligation?
Mr. Chair,
Para
Honorable-
kasing the way I heard it, you're trying to distinguish the nature of your obligation
Yes
with
po.
respect to RTH, denied, and in process. May nabanggit po ba kayo na which category do you really consider as obligation and which you do not consider as obligation?
Before you answer that, the Chair would like to recognize the Honorable Janet Carin, Vice Chairperson from the 1st District of Iloilo.
Hindi. 400.
Please respond to the query of Congresswoman Luistro.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro. Again, on the part ng PhilHealth, Mr. Chair, we have here the in-process claims. These are claims na received ng korporasyon and pinaprocess po siya. And that's amounting to 22 billion from year 2017 up to year 2024 po. And specifically in the year 2024 po, we have 19.9 or 20 billion na in process po. So, meaning these are claims received ng korporasyon and pinoproseso ng ating mga regional offices hanggang mababayaran po siya. So ito po yung ang payable talaga o kaya ay, claims na talagang inaasikaso ng corporation para mababayaran, Mr. Chair. As I mentioned kanina, the RTS and the denied claims, these are claims that we returned to the hospital in the accumulation and from year 2017 hanggang sa 2024 po, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro. Thank you po.
Mr. Limsiaco, ito bang RTH na sinasabi mo, return to hospital? Ito ba'y may prescriptive period when they are supposed to comply with the insufficient requirements?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, ang ating prescriptive period, pag hindi nila na-comply yung 60 days, batay sa existing na palisiya po natin, ay pumapatak siya kaagad as denied claims na siya. Itong return to hospital naman, ito ay may mga kakulangan sa dokumento, kakulangan sa pagpirma ng mga dokumento galing sa ating mga healthcare facilities that na-submit po nila sa corporation po.
So did the PhilHealth bother to identify how many of those claims have prescribed already?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luistro, on the part of the prescript 160 days at 60 days, mayroon po tayong analysis on this one. And mayroon akong slide dito po, pwede siguro papunta na tayo doon para makita na po natin ang rason.
I felt quite disturbed, Mr. Limsiaco, when you said that the obligation that you consider of PhilHealth is the one in process represented by the figure 19 million. I wish to believe that those in the RTH and the denied, for as long as the period has not prescribed yet, should be considered still as obligation of PhilHealth. In fact, I wish to ask further, after the remedies within the PhilHealth office, what other remedies are available to the hospital in the court, like the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court? Because my humble submission is, for as long as all these remedies have not yet been exhausted, all these obligations remain as obligations of PhilHealth.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luestro, again, the RTH and denied claims ay particularly return to hospital muna tayo. These are claims at the position of the hospital. So nasa kanila po, dahil binalik ng corporation, dahil may kakulangan po siya, and we are expecting that within 60 days, maibalik siya sa corporation para ma-process po. Meaning, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luestro, if makikita po natin in the year 2017 down the line, ito po yung mga claims na naibalik pero hindi na po siya bumalik sa corporation, hindi po siya na-refile sa corporation, hindi po siya na-request for payment ng ating mga health facilities.
So you have a graph presentation as well about the RTH which were never returned to PhilHealth.
Ito, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luestro, ito po siya yung mga datos po natin in terms of the RTH po, Mr. Chair, Honorable Luestro. Meaning we are encouraging them actually na ibalik dahil for compliance lang po to.
May we know the reason why they refuse or they fail to return to the corporation? The RTH which are supposed to be returned with compliance with respect to the requirements.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Luestro, may I request our expert in claims processing po. We have here SVP Vargas.
I just find it strange, no? Kasi pera na to ng hospital eh. Coverage ng PhilHealth, all they need to do is to facilitate the claim and they will be able to collect. That is a collection and perhaps revenue of the hospital. And what would stop them or discourage them to return the claim with complete requirements?
Quick interjection, Mr. Chair.
Congresswoman Garin.
Para lang po malinawan, yung return to hospital na claims, Mr. Chair, ibinalik sa hospital dahil may mga kulang na papel. And we are referring to 2017. Tama po?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, hindi lang 2017 but hanggang 2024
Yes, pero
na
na-delineate ba natin magkano yung 2017 pabalik? Yun na yung sinabi mo.
Opo.
Okay. And from 2017 hanggang sa ngayon, hindi na sila, ano na lang natin, let's make it shorter. Let's say from 2019, hindi na sila nagbalik sa PhilHealth. Ganun ba?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, yes po.
Okay. Pwede ba nating ma-delineate how much or how many hospitals in this pool that you are saying are government and ilan naman yung private? Puro ba pribado or puro ba gobyerno? Because that might, alam mo, we need to see the bigger picture.
Yes, Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, we can calculate that one and come up with a report po.
At ilan dun yung bukas pa o nagsara na?
Yes po.
And do you also have a slide that will point us to ano yung mga kulang kaya siya binalik?
Yes po.
Yes.
We have, Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, reason bakit siya na RTH.
Do you have a slide on that? Kasi
Yes po.
siguro para mapabilis tayo, let's move forward. Ano yung reasons ng RTH, or return to hospital? Ano yung reasons ng mga denial? Para makita natin kung doable ba o hindi ba.
Opo. Mayroon
If
po
the
tayo.
Honorable Luistro will be willing, okay, you have the slide now.
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, this is the top 10 reasons for return to hospital in current year 2024 po. So, other documentary required, may mga documents po na hiningi ang ating claims processor na isupport doon sa mga claims ng ating mga health facilities po. Of course, discrepancies sa ating nakikita po ng processor po natin.
Mr. Chair, can Mr. Lim Siaco expand more, define, ano po ang ibig sabihin ng discrepancy para po maintindihan?
Mr. Chair, Honorable Garin, may I request Doc Ispot to respond if allow po ng Chair.
Dr.
Pargas, Mr. Chair.
Pargas, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yun pong halimbawa po sa discrepancies would be, halimbawa po is doon po sa isang form, yung age ng pasyente is 15, doon po sa kabilang form ay 17. Or halimbawa po, yun pong name, doon sa claim form 1 is different from that of the claim form 2. So, binabalik po yun para po maayos at maging pareho po yung data, Mr. Chair. As an example lang po.
If the Honorable Luiso is very much willing, Mr. Chair, just another quick interjection. Kasi kung kunyari minor lang, let's say dito sa isang form yung age ganito, dito sa isa yung age ganito, and makikita mo naman sa birth year, if these are really minor discrepancies, kasi minsan yung pasyente, pag tinanong mo, the informant, kunyari yung nanay ang kasama, o ilan yung mga anak mo, 4, anong year ng birthday? Minsan birthday, hindi na nila matandaan eh. So these minor errors, maybe if we can be a little bit lenient on this will solve the problem. Kasi yung, syempre ibabalik mo, kailangan, yung hospital, baka hindi na matrace yung patient. We need to quantify. I am more concerned on the denied claims. Kasi pag denied claims, ang ibig sabihin nito is the possibility of fraud, tama ba?
Mr. Chair, that's one of the reasons po for the denial of claims.
Sa denied claims nyo, how many % yung fraud?
We don't have the data, Mr. Chair, but we can provide.
Yes, yes. So Mr. Chair, in addition to what the Honorable Luis is saying, kunyari konting discrepancy lang sa edad, kasi especially if the patient is not that educated, or minsan if the patient is already old, yung informant, kasi usually hindi pasyente ang ini-interview eh. Maybe we can be lenient on this.
Mr.
Unless these are really major errors.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Mr. Ledesma.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, just want to highlight, we hear you, Kong Janet, loud and clear. However, we're really trying to be as lenient as possible. But just want this honorable committee to note that we also have to deal with the other issues, especially like a very, very strict commission at COA, no? Talagang tinitignan nila yan, every little detail, or possible fraud, no? So yes, it's actually a very difficult balancing act for us because we hear all these stories of the hospitals closing, all that. But I think it might be good for the committee to note that we also have to deal with all of these other agencies, no? And ang daming, historically, PhilHealth, ang daming findings, ang daming negative. So we're also, we have to weigh everything, no? I just wanted to mention that, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Quick interjection lang, Mr. Chair, if with the indulgence
Congressman Lee.
Well, for the information lang of the committee, Mr. Chair, I have filed the House bill giving amnesty to all this return to hospital, yung mga especially yung nabanggit ni Kong Green na maliliit, no? That's why itong House bill sana Congresswoman Green would pave the way, no? Kasi hindi lang po itong mga return to hospital, pati po yung mga denied claims because of late submission, no? I think meron din pong mga denied claim, and gusto ko nga itanong later on kung magkano ba to, no, yung mga denied claims because of late submissions of documents, no? Kasi within 60 days daw kailangan i-claim, no? And useless po itong pinag-uusapang benefits lahat kung itong mga hospitals na to ay lahat po, no, ayaw po serve sa mga PhilHealth members. No? So, yun lang po, Mr. Chair. No? I just would like to give the information to the committee na meron po akong final na ganong House Bill, no? Giving amnesty to these denied claims because of late submissions and return to hospital because of ito pong mga maliliit na mga discrepancies. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank
Very,
you.
very quick interjection. 1 minute interjection, Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
with the indulgence of Congresswoman Luis.
Yeah.
Chair would
Of
like
course,
to
we
recognize
laud the
Congressman
proposal
Darin.
of the Honorable Lee, but coming from PhilHealth before, I think it is somehow untenable. Kasi it's okay to give an amnesty if the deficiency is, ang amnesty kasi is meron kang dapat bayaran. Tapos let's say sabihin natin, hindi mo na bayaran, nagkaroon ng mga penalties, then you can give an amnesty. But in this case, it will be very difficult for PhilHealth to do that because they will now be the subject of a lot of cases. So yan ang magiging problema. I believe the solution is not an amnesty. The solution here is the IT system. Because if you have PhilHealth claims, andun yung birth year, pag hindi naman tugma ang birth date, ang age na nalagay, makakapture ng computer yan eh. So it's the IT system. That's the solution, not the amnesty. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. Just a very quick answer to the Honorable.
Yes, with the indulgence of Congresswoman
Yes.
Luis. Please proceed, Congressman Lee.
1 minute. Tama po kayo, Honorable Green. No, but ang tinitingnan ko kasi dito sa amnesty yung mga dati, no. Moving forward, of course, the solution is the IT system really, no. So ang tinitingnan ko kasi dito is yung mga denied claims to hospital which affects their services, no. Denied claims because of yun pong late submission, no, of documents, no. Kasi reimbursement daw is within 60 days should be reimbursed, no. Marami po tayong hospital na na-deny yung claim, automatically denied because of late submission, no. That is the information I gathered from the last meeting with the group of PHA, no, and PhilHealth also, no, have confirmed this during the last committee hearing on health, no. So that was one of the reason. And then yung isa pa, ito pong mga small discrepancy that you have mentioned nga, no, na kung maaari itong mga na-return to hospital na tama kayo, hindi na nila mahanap yung mga pasyente, no, hindi na nila matrace kung nasaan na to, no, paano nila ito aayusin, no. So ito po yung sentro, no, nung House Bill natin na yan, no, na sana mabigyan po itong mga hospital kasi totoo namang naibawas nila ito dun sa mga billing ng mga pasyente, no. So yun po ang sinesentro. But again, I submit that tama po kayo na yung pong IT ang talagang solution po dito. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. The
Mr.
Chair would
Chair,
like to
very quick
recognize-
input to the denied claims, Mr. Chair. Ang problema kasi nung dati, maraming in-enroll na double or triple na enroll yung isang tao. And there were also situations where names were actually fictitious. So in fairness to the people manning this before, they had to deny the claims, especially if fictitious yung tao. Ibig sabihin, napaka-imposible na yung isang hospital ay magkaroon ng ganitong number of operations. So, granting an amnesty will actually mean relieving them of their responsibility. So, I believe that will apply, your proposal can be considered on RTH, but definitely, Mr. Chair, on denied claims, it will send a wrong signal. Kasi dapat alagaan natin, tama naman, marami ang benepisyo, but it should go to the real people and those in need. No fraudulent claims. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
30 seconds, Mr. Chair.
Congressman,
Mr. Chair.
siguro pwede po natin i-tackle yan once your
Yes.
Mr. Chair,
bill is
hindi ba
filed. Yun na
pwede-
po yung tamang committee po
Mr.
na...
Chair.
Yes, the
Hindi
Vice...
po ba yung issue na yan, pwedeng pag-usapan pag nandun na sa proper committee?
Ayun na po. Yun
Thank
na
you,
po
Mr.
yung-
Chair. I submit.
Nagtataas pa ako ng kamay kanina rito pero parang nagdidebate na tayo sa
Kaya
isang
nga po.
issue na hindi dapat nandito.